Four guys back there, John Bound and others, they all want to give their take on who they think the greatest baloney master is the last 20 years. We've got right now 3 votes for Obama, 1 for Bill Clinton, 1 for Baghdad Bob, 1 for Satan, and 1 for just lying establishment, Romans 13 preachers in general. Again, I'm your host, Alex Jones. Now with the level of lies becoming just mega level by Jay Carney, also known as Baghdad Bob Part 2, the American Baghdad Bob. Because of the fact that he's been knighted Baghdad Bob too, I mean, I'm kind of nominating him as well. I mean, I think he's a really important person when it comes to lying. He says the new Benghazi memos they lied about, those aren't about Benghazi, even though they say they're about Benghazi. So, I mean, he's kind of really pushing for first place there, in my view. I am prejudicing things. Baghdad Bob's incredible, but Obama's giving him a run for his money. So, Phil in Florida, who do you think the greatest baloney master of all time is in the last 20 years?
I'm definitely going to have to say Michael Bloomberg and his Everytown campaign.
Oh, yeah, when he said he's pro-Second Amendment and doesn't want your guns, he just believes Second Amendment means handing them all in. Okay, Mayor Bloomberg, here, thank you. Keep going.
Yep, and then the thing he's got going currently, you got the FedEx shooter. I believe that's a total farce. This kid, Getty Kramer, supposedly a 19-year-old kid dressed like Rambo with camo and bullets across his chest. Conflicting news stories. Some say it was an assault rifle. Some say it was a shotgun. He's got no Facebook, no Twitter, very few pictures available online. He's driving the same type of car that supposedly Adam Lanza drove to the school, a Honda Civic four-door. Very few eyewitness accounts of the events, and but every eyewitness account, they stated that he's dressed like Rambo. They made sure they punched that out to everybody.
And why are you questioning known certified liars who've been caught running giant hoaxes? You're supposed to believe known certified liars and do whatever they say. I appreciate your call, conspiracy theorist. No, that's sick, okay? I'm with Jay Carney. Oh, by the way, I promised at the bottom of the hour, then I'll go back to other callers. I promised at the bottom of the hour to tell you why I'm wearing a Bohemian Grove security guard outfit today. And I'm going to take this raft of calls, 800-259-9231, 800-259-9231, and I will go to your calls, but then I will tell you before the hour ends why I am wearing this very nice shirt that Billy Corrigan of Smashing Pumpkins sent me. Let's talk to Mike in Manhattan. Thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Hey, how you doing, Alex? There's so many to choose from between Hillary, Obama, Holder, Reid, Boner. I mean, I can go on and on. I wanted to let you know, too, I saw your buddy Glenn Beck on a Facebook with an all-seeing eye on his shirt. It was on YouTube. It was Illuminati exposed celebrity sellouts.
You know, he does wear a lot of shirts with all-seeing eyes and pyramids and 322 skulls, and I just think you ought to tell us, what does that mean? Because sometimes I might wear that stuff, but I'll say why I'm doing it as a joke. Like I'm wearing a Bohemian Grove outfit right now. I'm going to tell you why. Why do you think he's wearing that?
I think he's wearing it to let everybody in the Illuminati to know that he's on their side. Like you said, he might be in, with the FBI and all that. You know, who knows? Well,
there's no doubt about that. But there's some good guys in the FBI. I mean, if I was going to hire private security, I might hire retired FBI agents. I mean, I don't want to fight with Glenn Beck. I appreciate your call. I just want him to stop lying about me and my family, okay? I mean, I do not want to do this. I don't fight with my real enemies. And so I'm not part of that. It's very frustrating. I really just want to be a classy guy. Please, no more Glenn Beck calls, folks. Let's go ahead and go to Chase in Texas. And I see the phone lines are loaded. We're going to get more of those calls ready here in just a moment because I'm going to be going to you. Chase in Texas, listening to 1300 in Beaumont, Texas, 1300 AM. What is your take on the greatest baloney master of the last 20 years?
Well, I guess one specific individual, just given the sheer evil and sellout, is George Soros. I think maybe as a group, I would say the City of London, because everything perpetuates from their fake, house of card money. So that's kind of the angle I would go. But, Alex, could you imagine going fishing with Obama, say, out in Galveston Bay, and, you catch a couple of specks and a couple of reds, and you come into the dock, and you start telling everybody, what'd you get? And you start telling Obama, says, oh, y'all be quiet. We got 6 6-foot black tip sharks. We got 18 flounder, and we got a couple of porpoises, and everybody's looking and saying, well, where's the catch? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's exactly what his administration is. It's nothing but a fish story.
That's a good way to say it. It really is a fish story. And it's a fish story that concerns our whole lives, and the fraud just gets worse and worse. We're waking up to it. So their answer is to build up a paramilitary force against us. Very interesting. I hope you're spreading the word down there in Beaumont. That's where my mother's mother is from. I got a bunch of family down there that owns and runs Christmas tree farms, and a lot of great patriots down there in that area.
Yes, sir. Well, Alex, brother, I've been talking this like a man on fire for about 7 years now in the Houston area and just in general. And I think folks are waking up here in this area, no doubt. But, I'm convinced we don't need everybody to wake up. We just need the right people to wake up. And that doesn't mean color or creed. That means the right individual who has the intellect to understand it and to just go out and say one person a day, I will wake up. And that's been my personal creed. So y'all keep up the good work, man.
God bless you. Appreciate your call from Beaumont, listening on 1300 AM. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to Mike in San Diego, listening on Infowars.com audio feed. Mike, thanks for calling in. Who do you vote for?
Alex, brother, thanks for having me. Kudos to the caller. I want to say George Soros as well, and his Open Society minions, and also the folks over at Media Matters. Cannot envision one more person who has done more to damage our beautiful country. And
no, I understand, but it's not just who's damaging us and who the big enemies are. It's who tells the most flagrant, giant lies out in the open and gets away with it.
No doubt, no doubt. And, sir, real quick, wanted to get your opinion on the Import-Export Bank. Their charter is expiring this year. Guys like Soros make billions off their corporate welfare. We need to expose them. What's your view on them, sir?
Well, all these big globalist inside groups, IMF, World Bank, Exim Bank, Import-Export, all of it are set deals, so-called free trade deals that it would take 2 wheelbarrows to carry the NAFTA documents, more than that for GATT. It's selectively written to shut down their competition, to only let certain things go in and out of the country. It's a bunch of rich guys rigging the economy for themselves, and it's just outrageous. I appreciate your call. Let's get...
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Let's get John Bound and the rest of the crew if they want to chime in. Who do you guys individually think is the greatest liar currently? And remember, you're up against Kim Jong-un, who says that he makes the sunshine when he's not hanging out with Dennis Rodman in an obscene display of bizarreness. We're up against Baghdad Bob. It's not just America. Who is the greatest BSer?
Well, we knew the odds were, not in our favor. But what we did was we hybridized the leader of the Federal Reserve.
Which is not federal. That's a big hoax. It's not federal. It's owned by foreign offshore banks mainly.
Biggest lie in the history of the world.
Well, Obamacare itself is a huge lie because it's written to gouge everybody, too, so it's almost as big. But it's not the biggest lie itself. The thing isn't the lie, even though they are lies. It's the biggest liar individually. So who is that?
That would be Ben Yellen.
Now, is that Bernanke and Yellen crossed together?
Yeah, Ben Bernanke and Janet Yellen hybridized.
Who does that? It looks like some kind of evil rat or something.
That also may be the professor that's living in that dumpster downtown as well.
It looks like the grandmother of Janet Reno and Rachel Maddow.
Lovely.
Anyways, what's the name of that thing on Saturday Night Live, Pat?
That is frightening. That you don't want to see that when you're trying.
Well, listen, keep your opinions to yourself. I think that's a pretty good-looking woman right there.
If you're into that.
Well, I mean, remember Police Academy? When they'd have the cops dress up with the beards like women? When they were undercover?
That's our vote.
Okay, thank you. Is that really your vote? Let's be serious. Who do you think the biggest liar is?
The head of the Federal Reserve. Whoever that person may be.
That's a good point. Because they just go along with the whole hoax that they're federal and everything. And the hoax is so big it works, like Hitler said, bigger than the lie. You agree with that, CJ? You agree with that, Jordan?
Absolutely.
It's kind of racist. Well, all right. I mean, I don't know why it's racist. I'm just going to throw that in there.
It might as well be.
All right, let's go to Cindy in Pennsylvania. Thanks for holding. Cindy, just before you even talk, I'm going to say you're racist. Go ahead.
Hey, of course I am. I'm white.
There you go.
And I have to vote for Erica Holder. My reason being, he's the Department of Justice. He doesn't indict anybody for racketeering. It's going on all across the country. Look at Harry Greed, for God's sakes. And then you just look at the guys in the government and the women. The men look like women, and the women look like men, and they act that way, too. It's like, my God, I can't...
Well, I knew you'd say something racist or sexist, see?
I mean, I don't even see any real men anymore in the government.
Well, that's inherently sexist to say that men should be manly.
Yeah, well, they should, and the women, Hillary should be, looks like a man, and Obama and Holder, they look like women. It's very confusing to me. And of course, Benghazi will go away because it's impeachable. You can't have impeachable.
Well, that's right. The Republicans will just get bigger cuts of the slop pie by blackmailing Obozo.
Of course. But they're all liars. You get down to it, they all lie. That's why they're there.
But we know it's getting worse, though, and nothing's going to be left soon if we don't deal with these people. But I hear you. So you think the biggest liar is Eric Holder. Thank you so much. We're going to go to the next person here in a moment, but here's the running. 1 vote for Bill Clinton, 4 votes for Obama. He's way out in the lead. Baghdad Bob only gets 1 vote. Satan only gets 1 vote as the big liar. Satan, step aside for Obama. Corrupt establishment preachers get 1 vote.